Hello everyone and welcome to This Week in Stupid for the 16th of January 2022. A lot of you guys have asked me recently why is it that one of my videos from my secondary channel has disabilities given to its comment section. Yes, the comment section is disabled. The reason for this is that YouTube disables the comments whenever you have a child in the thumbnail. And even though the child is from a TV show, and even though he is zombified, that doesn't matter. There is no way I can appeal it. There is nothing I can do about it. It is what it is. So now you know why the comments have disabilities, which is kind of sad because I really wanted to hear from you guys on what you think about the ending of The Expanse. So with that out of the way, please stop messaging me because now you know. And knowing is half the battle. Now, speaking of children, let's talk about how not to make them so that they don't disable the comments on my videos. Our next story involves a woman who hatches a brutal plan to catch husband cheating after finding the protection in the car. Now, I don't know whether or not these stories are real. I'm going to be honest, because I did a lot of shenanigans in my life. I did a lot of tricksies in my life. I never managed to get it to the newspapers. Like, how do these anonymous people manage to get their story published in the press is something that I wonder. But with that set aside, it does seem that this woman displayed a high level of cunning and intelligence. The CIA should hire her. Apparently, she found condoms in the car. And she knows that her husband did not use them with her, so she started asking questions. Now, unlike a normal person, which would just take a pin and poke it, no, like she did something else. Apparently, she took spicy peppers and rubbed those rubber with the spicy peppers. And then she waited and saw. So, it seems that a couple of days later, her best friend calls and she says that her private bits are on fire and she is experiencing insurmountable pain. Her husband also comes home and he puts an ice pack onto his groin. And that is when she knew. And a divorce later, she still doesn't talk to her best friend to this day. To me, it looks like this story is a little bit made up, but it is funny. Although you have to ask, do women actually do that? Like, if you have a genital rash, do you start calling your best friends and give them your private medical information? Like, you give it to a waiter when you go to a restaurant? Is that a thing? Like, is that actually happening? Like, ladies, let me know in the comments section. Now, while we're on the subject of childhood, there is an author which definitely made my childhood great. And her name is J.K. Rowling. You see, her magical writing has inspired many of us throughout our youth, but it appears that J.K. Rowling was hiding a dark secret. You see, she was weaving anti-Semitism through her stories. She was creating the future Hitler Youth while pushing these anti-Semitist messages in Harry Potter. But luckily, the vigilant activists on Twitter, they know, they smell the anti-Semitism, and they rose up, fist pumping in the air and calling out J.K. Rowling and providing proof and evidence to their claims that this is not a conspiracy theory. She actually did that. And if you know, in the movie, I believe in the fourth movie, when Harry goes to the bank, you can see a Star of David onto the bank's floor. Evidence of J.K. Rowling hatred and bigotry. Checkmate, you bigots. You have been caught. All of you has been exposed. Hollywood itself, the people who filmed this movie, should be held accountable. What's that? You're saying that the fictional bank from Harry Potter is actually a real building? It's the Australia House in the UK, one of the oldest diplomatic missions. It is an outrage! They're anti-Semitic. Fire all of them. Hold them accountable. How dare they? What are they doing? Why is there a Star of David on the ground? The Twitter activists demand to know. See, that's what it means to be progressive. You don't need to ask, is something problematic? But the real question is, how is something problematic. Then you get outraged, you get angry, you fill yourself with righteous anger, and you demand accountability. That is what a progressive person does. And unless all of us are progressives, we will never manage to send spaceships to Alpha Centauri. But we are getting there, and I will prove to you that the journey is halfway complete. We are creating the matrix for cows. Yes, the cows are now hooked up to the matrix. Farmer gives cows VR headsets to reduce anxiety and increase milk production. Now, I have no idea how they do this, because for VR, you need a big setup. You usually need a webcam so that it tracks the movement and whatnot. And honestly, after using the first PlayStation VR, it was very difficult to keep the food in. But apparently, the cows actually enjoyed this. So what do the cows see in these VR headsets? Well, apparently, they see a grassy field. So there's no MMO simulator for the cows. They don't get to move about or anything like that. They just get to see this thing. Which honestly, yet again, I don't know how they manage. I mean, have you ever held a VR headset on top of your head? It makes you sweaty. Like, it makes you uncomfortable after holding it for like 5 or 6 hours if you're a real gamer. But apparently these cows, they do not complain. They lactate when they get to see the images. So here you go. You know, we're one step closer about sending those spaceships. It's just the journey where we now have created the matrix for cows. It's absolutely beautiful. Anywho, a lot of you have been asking me to cover news from sports. And it's very difficult for me to do so because I don't watch sports. So I'm in a conundrum. But I'll do my best. I mean, if video game journalists manage to talk about video games, surely I can talk about sports, right? And since we talked about J.K. Rowling, I thought that this news segment is appropriate. Penn's transgender swimmer lost to Yale's transgender swimmer in a hotly contested Women Ivy League 100-meter race. J.K. Rowling yet again beat the vote. She said that, how are transgender people going to lose? I mean, they're always going to win. Well, here you go. One lost. J.K. Rowling debunked. Fact-checked. Mostly false. Why is Snopes never hiring me? Honestly, I'm trying to get a job with them. I'm applying with them every week and they never get to hire me. So apparently the Penn transgender swimmer by the name of Leah Thomas, who has been crushing her competition since joining the women's swim team after 3 years swimming as a biological male, met her match on Saturday in the 100-meter freestyle tri-meet with the Yale and Dartmouth. Thomas won the 200-meter and 500-meter races at Penn's final home meet of the season, but she finished 6th in the 100-meter where the Yale Isaac Henning, a transgender swimmer who is in the process of transitioning from female to male, crushed Thomas, and Henning finished the 100 in 49.57 while Thomas touched the wall at 52 times 84. I wasn't prepared for that. Everything is messed up. I can't wrap my head around this. The NCAA needs to do something about this. They need to put science into the decision, a Penn swim parent told the Daily Mail. Well, Penn swim parent, I'm sorry to say this, but you are officially a bigot. No platform for bigots. We don't want to hear from bigotry. It has no place here. Only diversity and inclusion is allowed. And in order to have inclusion, we need to exclude the parent who said these hateful things, and he needs to go and hang out with J.K. Rowling. But I have to say that I do find common ground with that bigoted parent on at least one issue. He was right when he said that we need to let science in. And in Boston, they did just that. In the middle of the winter, they opened the windows to the schools in order to let that science in. And unfortunately, science can be very cold and harsh, so the children had to bundle up together for class as they were wearing multiple layers of winter clothing. The communist Romania experience. I'm not joking. My grandmother told me how her generation had to wear one or two jackets placed one on top of the other in order to warm themselves up indoors because there was no heating. And the weather in Romania goes all the way down to minus 20, minus 25 degrees Celsius. And because of that, people had to warm themselves up. Yes, the Romanian communist dictator did environmentalism before it was cool. So everyone got to benefit from that nice experience, so we can expect what's going to be in the future. Now, speaking of bigotry and science, apparently the search is on in Canada for an anti-vaccination father who is accused of hiding his 7-year-old daughter to keep her from being vaccinated. Now, obviously, I had righteous indignation and I was like, I hope they catch the man. I hope the authorities are vigilant. But as I'm reading through the comment section, it's apparently just heard to read comments from all the people who didn't read the article and are about to pick the wrong hill to die on. So if you comment on Twitter, you're going on a hill, but it's the wrong one because you're going to die on it, okay? Like, conversations on Twitter are turning into a life and death situation. This is why the Twitter Trust and Safety Council is paramount in our day and age. Without them, I would enter Twitter and I would be unsafe, but luckily, the multi-billion-dollar corporation is hiring highly trained professional staff of experts to keep me safe. So every day I thank Twitter for this great opportunity of providing safety to me. And again, coming back to this article, apparently a lot of people are saying, look, you're commenting without reading the articles. Okay, let's read the article. Oh, unfortunately, our website is currently unavailable in your country. We are engaged on the issue and committed to looking at options that support our full range of digital offerings to your market. We continue to identify technical compliance solutions that will provide all readers with our award-winning journalism. So, just so you can understand, it's the European Union that is preventing them from showing me their articles. Can you understand just how much safety I live under? So, I am kept safe by the Twitter Trust and Safety Council, and I'm also kept safe by the European Union from reading award-winning journalism. Is there any way I can be even safer than I am now? Aren't you jealous? Don't you want to be in my shoes right now? Don't you want to benefit from all this safety that is being levied upon me? Well, tough. You're not going to get it. Only if you're a Romanian you get so much safety. Now, don't think that this safety comes for free. It comes with a price. And apparently it's so expensive that this man from a Romanian city called the ambulance when he saw the gas bill. This is a legit story which has been published in many papers. When he opened the bill, which showed how much it costed for him to heat his home, he fell ill and his wife had to call the ambulance. Now, apparently I thought that maybe this is a guy who likes to live in large. Maybe he was heating his house at 32 degrees Celsius during the middle of the winter. And he didn't really realize what he is doing. But no, apparently he is a person which is poor and was only turning up the heat during the night. He was actually shivering in the cold in the morning. And the gas bill was somewhere around $700 per month. And he only makes $200 per month. So you can see his predicament. But you know what? That is a good thing. Because that was a progressive gas bill. That is a gas bill full of diversity, inclusion, and equity. It takes from the rich and gives to the poor. Sometimes it makes a mistake and it takes from the poor and it gives to the wealth. Doesn't really matter. It redistributed wealth. Okay? That's what equity is important. To take from some people and to give to others. The details aren't that important. I mean, look here, you bigot. While this is happening, Leonardo DiCaprio, which is the ambassador for climate change. He is the one they sent forward, the anointed one, who made that really great movie, Don't Look Up, which clearly talks about if you give more power to the government, if you give them more of your taxpayer money, and you decrease your lifestyle, the government is going to make the rain dance and the comet is going to go away. Through government magic. Poof! You just pray to the government and all the problems go away. And Leonardo DiCaprio was the spearhead of that message. Well, it turns out that now he was seen relaxing on a $110 million yacht. Well, this is equity in motion. Like, you take money from the poor and you give it to Leonardo DiCaprio because he has such a difficult job to do. He's not going to do it for free. I mean, he's going to save the earth, but he's not going to do it for free. You need to pay him, you bigot. You need to give money like he's a golden calf and just push money to Leonardo DiCaprio. Just give your wealth. Stay into the cold in the middle of the winter. Pay those carbon tax credits. Allow those environmentalists to protest the Nord Stream 2 pipeline. Allow the government to increase the taxes on oil so you can shiver in the cold while Leonardo DiCaprio has it well. And by the way, do you want to hear a punchline? Private yachts and private jets are going to be excluded from the European Union's initiative to put a tax on machines that pollute. Isn't this beautiful? But it makes sense. Look, like the rich and the powerful, they're at the forefront of this. Do you know how many harrowing videos they have seen with the planet dying over and over? They need the rest and relaxation because they have the most important job of society. The job to lecture you, the bigot, on why you should turn off your AC. I mean, look, how can the rich and powerful enjoy their vacations if you're polluting? Like, they can't enjoy their vacation if they know that you are polluting. So you need to stop polluting so that they can enjoy their R&R. Why are you so evil? Why are you so selfish? You need more empathy in your life. You need to be a little bit more empathetic. And to make you more empathetic, I will take a little break now and I will play you a public announcement. A beautiful song that will help you open up that empathy. Open that chest deep within your soul when you keep all that empathy hidden for moments like funerals. And you're going to push it all out. Push the empathy out. Come on, let's push the empathy out together with this beautiful song.
Vaccinate. You gonna get corona from Mona. Don't vaccinate. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. You gotta vaccinate in the Lone Star State. Vaccination is so great. Vaccinate me all day long. Vaccinate your daddy and mom. Vaccinate my body. Vaccinate me at the party. A vaccine dream. I love the vaccine all day long. I want to vaccinate your mom. I want to stick it deep in your arm. Oh ma, where are you? I want to vaccinate you, but you can't hear my song. Vaccinate me in my thong. Vaccination, right or wrong. Dr. Fauci, give me that ouchie. I want it in my body. Vaccinate me to go to the party. Omar is back. Vaccinate me, white or black. Vaccinate you. Vaccinate who? Vaccinate you all day long. Vaccinate your dad and mom. Vaccinate me in my thong. Vaccinate the mayor. I am a vaccination player. What can I say? I'm the real round sayer. Prime time, 99 on the ground. All the time, I blow your mind, I spit the rhyme, I commit the crime. I'm always on time because I'm 99. Alistair, and I grind the shack, and I blow your mind. One more time, vaccinate your mind, vaccinate your body, vaccinate your life, leave your vaccination party. I love y'all. Peace. God bless. Follow my Instagram, IG.
Your time is up.
Primetime Stein.
Thank you.
News from Austria. Undercover police officers are going to inspect your papers as the government cracks down. Papers, yes. We like to see papers here in Austria. Are you vaccinated? Oh, you are. Can you prove it? Oh, if you don't have papers, then we do not believe you. What if you are lying to us? Will you know what we do with liars here in Austria? Show us the papers. Yes, we love the papers. Give it to us. Give us those papers. We need to see. We need to verify because people are liars. We do not like it when people lie to the government. No. Do you know who we are? Oh, we are the arm of the government. We have been empowered. We got batons. You would not lie to us, huh? You're not a liar. Then show us the papers. Prove the medical condition. Prove that you got the medical treatment. And the only way you can do it, do you know how? with the papers. So, of course, normal officers aren't enough. And now you need the ones that look like civilians. Do you think that is a hot lady on that street corner? Or is she an undercover police officer that's going to ask you for your papers? Think about it. Don't be that guy. Do not be the guy without the papers. Get your papers. Only in Austria. By the way, all jokes aside, do you guys know that legend that leftists can't meme? So you have like right-wingers just posting a picture, and then you have left-wingers writing a wall of text, and it's mucho texto, it's TLDR. Well, they have managed to prove you wrong, you bigot. They have written a book. There is now an entire book you can read where it says, yes, we can meme. A progressive left playbook to win the internet culture war. It does show that the left can do it. It can meme without mucho texto, with a whole book. Take that, you bigot. You didn't expect that. It hit you out of nowhere. I know. It took me by surprise as well. I was like, what? Oh, how can I rebuke this? How will the right deal with it? How will they refute this? They can't. It's mucho texto. In fact, right-wingers have been so BTF'd by this that there's no point in me continuing. The left clearly has won the culture war. That is evidence. So I'm going to end this week in Stupid a little bit early because, to be honest, it wasn't that of an interesting week. There weren't that many happenings. I mean, it's January. What do you expect? So if you guys want to, you can follow me on my live stream right after this has ended. And maybe we can talk about more news from there. Thank you for watching. If you like this channel, please contribute. There is an e-begging link into the pinned comment. I bet you never clicked it. I bet you never... But now is a great opportunity for you to click that link. Pinned comment. And if you don't want to click that link, at least give it a thumbs up. And share this video. Spread it around like it's a venereal illness. Because the YouTube algorithm isn't doing that. And I want more people to get that wisdom. To know that there is now a book written. You bigot. I'll see you guys in the comment section. Take care.